All right. Hopefully you already take the mental notes of everything here. But don't worry, I already record everything, so you can like go to the previous video and then you can understand all this concept. Okay. But you know what? We worry too much about positive space. We are not pay any attention to the negative space. If you just draw this sphere in a canvas, that should be a canvas, right? It should be a canvas. So for example, I go, I'm add a little bit composition here. So I want it to be a little bit tilted to the left. So that will be our canvas. Okay, don't worry, you won't break it, right? All this text does not matter. It's not important. Okay, we just want to put it into perspective. Okay, and if you add a canvas, I think this phone is a little bit tilted. If you add it to the canvas, you can see that the canvas got negative space. So this will be the negative space. Right? Negative space. And we do not worry about negative space. So what I'm going to do is to say how strong that you want the object to be. Okay? We're still going to play the value, but we're going to play the value between the whole main subject, the positive space, as well as the nothingness. Okay? How to play around with that? So, for example, mathematically, so if the whole object is like 5, 6, 7, all the way 4, all the way, the lowest number will be 4, the highest number will be 10. So the value wise, remember this is the value table, there will be 10, there will be like 0. You got all this all the way to 10, right? So it's like really dark and then gradually really light. Okay? How strong you want this to stand out. Okay? So if you want this to be really stand out, you can just turn down the value, but also give a little bit of value. So just like haze this a little bit. Just haze this a little bit. Okay? So maybe just give it 1 or 2, right? You can make this continuous line. This will be a very good, this is a continuous line as a background. So everything makes sense because it's not like floating in the vagueness. Pay attention to the negative space. You don't want the whole subject to like flow in the space, right? Even this continuous line will automatically trigger your primal brain elements. You know, we are all monkey brain here, right? And there are still some parts that can't be trained, right? Because it's just embedded in the instinct. If you add a tiny little bit of value, that will be the background. It will automatically using your primal brain, like embedded. I'm a programmer as well, so like embedded calculation, embedded algorithm automatically calculate everything. So that's what I'm trying to express. But if you want this to be subtle, I'm going to show you, because this is like really stand out. But you can still play with the value here. You just increase this close to 4. You can make it even 3. Okay? So what I'm going to do is to continue. You can see this difference here. I'm going to continue to adding a little bit force, like you just using your thumb to add a little bit of force. I'm going to be a little bit up a little bit. All right. So you just add a little bit of force. Add a little bit of force. Add a little bit of frequency, if you will. While you learn to draw, you must eliminate the fear that you're going to break it. You won't break it. All this is just a tool, just your playground. You can't break things. You can't break art. You can only create art. You can only practice art. You can't break beauty. So just be brave, okay? Just be brave. So as you guys can see, add more frequent line, add more force. So you can see, you know, if I do this, this is more expressive than what's just one positive space, okay? By adding more negative space, this become more finished drawing, more finished art than just purely this main object. And as you guys can see, these two colors already, these two values already pretty similar, okay? And then what you can play is you can add this value. For example, the lowest value of this main object is like 4. You can just make it very close to 4 or even overlap by using the value range, okay? So the positive space, for example, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to 10. If that's the value range of positive space, the negative space can be 0, 1, 2, 3. I think right now 3 because you can clearly see the distinction, maybe 3.5. But you can still make it up by using, you know, 3, 4. So this 4 and this 4 overlap, okay? If they overlap, you can use the illusion to make the edges softer, and finally disappear, okay? Let me show you. So for example, you want, say, this edge disappear, is already disappearing. I'm just going to blend it in. You know what? There is no edge here. I just need to just doing tiny little bit and just using this to smudge it. You know what? The edges disappear, right? All this edge disappear. All this edge disappear. If I wanted it to disappear, I'm just doing something like this, and the edge just disappear. How amazing is that? I smudge all these lines to make it more, right? To make it more not so granular, right? And you can see it blends with the object, and we can make the object's edges disappear. Let's see that. This already disappearing. I think I push a little bit too hard inside. See, this edge becomes softer and softer as I push this negative space value, right? The value just becomes softer and softer and disappear, right? Disappeared. And disappeared. So it's sort of like a blend inside of the background. Okay, so you clearly this is like disappearing because it's maybe the exactly same value as you sort of change this, and all these edges seem so sharp, become so soft because you play around with the positive space as well as negative space. So you can't find this, like this line is just disappearing and disappeared, right? There's like no line here, no definition, no definitive line. So you sort of guide the viewer, say, oh, that's the clear definition, and then here, and then blend to the background. So you guide the viewer's eyes by play around with the value. By using the like really similar value, you blend it, you make it blurry, so it's less stand out. So this varies less stand out. So if I just see this is like the first eye, I can't possibly see here. My eye will be guided to here. It's a clear definition because there is a value difference here, and we got this like the contact shadow, the occlusion shadow, and the cast shadow got a certain form to it, got a definitive edges to it, and then I'm just guiding go here. Oh, got the core shadow, got some sort of form, and then I will look at here. Oh, then it's blended to the background, So you are telling a story by using the value, and you're telling a story by using not only just the focus on positive space on the object you draw, but rather you use the negative space and play around with the value. Okay, and then you can guide the viewers of how to see the whole image, and we can play around still. Okay, let's do some experiments.